Oh man. I will say I went by Ali for pretty much my whole life. I would say up until maybe like a year or two ago, I started going by my full name. It's an interesting, I don't want to say a full circle moment, but like, growing up, I'm like, oh, that name is like so stupid. Everybody pronounces it wrong, all this stuff, and now I feel like it kind of holds some power in a way. Rules, there are none. Have fun and be yourself. Noted. Introduce yourself. My name is Alessandra Gibson. I am a creative. I do photography, a little bit of videography. I'm a musician. I play keys, that's like my native instrument, and then drums, guitar, jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. I sing and write. Yeah, just a little bit of everything. On a scale from 1 to 10, how authentically are you living your life? Online and offline. Hmm. I think offline, and as of recently, it's close to a 10. Yeah. It took me a long time to get to this point. Uh, to give a number, I would say like an 8. I think there are still some things that I need to be more comfortable with myself with. Um, Music, especially. It's one of those things that like uh, I don't even like to record unless I'm alone, and I want to be more comfortable creating music around other people, going to studios, stuff like that. I don't really even share my music until it's already released. So it's kind of uh, one of those things I want to get better at. Online, I think it's a bit on the lower side. um, I think that I try to present myself a certain way online, like most do. Um, and of course, that's probably in fear of judgment. But again, it's one of those things I'm going to understand, I guess, and just be more authentic with myself online too. And I'm getting there. I think I am. Wow. You spend a lot of time behind the camera. How do you feel in front of it? Oh, if this doesn't already show, then yeah, I feel nervous in front of the camera for sure. Again, it's something I'm trying to get better at. I've been making content with myself, usually just with my phone. Um, but I've had a couple people, want to do not interviews, but like uh, with my Blossom Sessions stuff, doing like talking head videos about the whole project and everything. And I'm like, oh, can we get somebody else to do that maybe? Like, you know, uh, but yeah, it's something I want to do more of. I did a podcast around this time last year. And again, I was mega nervous. That's the first time I ever did anything like that. But it felt really good, so I want to do it more. Part of it is not knowing like what exactly I want to get involved in. Like aside from the talking head stuff and the content, it's like doing stuff like this or podcasts, there's I don't want to say there's not a lot of it here. It's just I do want to choose what I want to allow myself to be a part of, I guess. Um, and yeah, the other half of it is, I guess, as far as the talking head stuff, that's when you put my face in 4K, that's a whole other, you're seeing everything. I'm like, oh, I'm not good at makeup. I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm like, can I just not do that? You know? Uh, I think I'll get to a point where I'll be more comfortable though, either way. That's the plan, anyway. If your wildest dreams had already come true, what would your future self tell you to stop holding back? I would say to stop. And I guess, this is something I was thinking about recently, and I think it could go either way, but I think it's to stop seeking validation from others. Because, like, there's always been projects I start and do that I'm really passionate about, but at some point I start looking around, and if no one else is like as passionate about it as I am, I'm like, okay, well, maybe this isn't as good of an idea as I thought or something. But like on the flip side, I think it's good to have validation, you know what I mean? And I think all I really need is that from like my family or my friends, close circle. Um, so I think uh, probably just to stop holding back, like looking for that validation in anyone and everyone, like because I do have that passion, you know. I think that I have a lot of like back and forth between I don't need anybody to tell me this is awesome. Like I know it is, and then again like oh well you know, especially measuring success on social media, like, oh, well, no one's really commenting on this. Is it really as good as I think, or you know, just stuff like that. So, I think that's what it would be. What are you learning to love about yourself? Um, I think it would be just the ways that I tend to present myself. Uh, I'm pretty fluid in the way my appearance and stuff like that, you know, and I think that's been a long term fight, you know. And again, it almost falls under the seeking validation from others kind of thing. Like looking more feminine will like make me feel like people are listening to me almost or paying more attention versus like this kind of casual masculine look, you know. It's just, but this is what I'm more comfortable in. Um, but I think just learning to love me for me pretty much is I know that sounds kind of generic, but uh it you know, it runs pretty deep. So uh and yeah, that's it really, actually. Any final thoughts? If you are an artist or a band in need of content or coming up with ideas on ways to like present yourself better or develop your branding, hit me up. I run Blossom Media. I do photography, videography, um, and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.